Well, we've had several additional people sign up. We're going to wait a couple minutes more to see if any more people arrive, and then we'll start the meeting. Well, we've had several additional people sign up. We're going to wait a couple minutes more to see if the event is going to be streamed live on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. So. Welcome to the Zoom meeting. We're doing a Nature and Poetic Film, a workshop with Seg Kirakossian. It shall start momentarily. Just waiting a couple minutes to see if any more people join, because more people signed up than have appeared. And so I'll just push it over to our host right now and let him introduce himself.
Okay, should I start? Or we can wait some 2 minutes? Ed, you are muted, but I guess you are saying that we can wait for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, sorry about that. I posted that we were live on the Facebook groups and everything, so.
Suvasius, am I pronouncing right the name, Suvasius?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you making a documentary about your top?
No.
It was a joke, just where was the sound of top?
I guess go ahead and get started. The guys dropped out of the meeting for now. We'll see if he logs back in. People can join anytime during the meeting. And we're streaming it to YouTube, what'll be available for people to look at later. I don't know, we had like a dozen people say they were going to participate, so I don't know where they all are.
Greta, hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you. Ed, maybe we can start. There will be a YouTube recording and later we can share it.
Yes. I sent you the YouTube link in
Thank you.
in Messenger.
Thank you.
And so we all met, or I met you when you conducted a class last summer, and on documentary filmmaking, and I thought it was a worthwhile class, and I really enjoyed it. And you seem to be a very knowledgeable instructor, so let's impart your knowledge upon the world here.
Yep. Thank you very much. It's nice to hear from you. Should we start?
Start.
Yep. Okay, good. So our topic is the relations between man and nature and how we can show the nature, especially in poetic film, poetic documentary film. Before going to the main topic, I would like to introduce you to speak shortly about poetic documentary film, because the practical example that we are going to have during our meeting, Purification film, is kind of poetic documentary film. And because it has contradiction inside this description, I would like to, shortly to speak about it and then we go on. Ed, would you please let me to share the screen?
Certainly.
Thank you. Thank you.
It says that all participants can share, so.
Yeah, nice. So actually, I took the definition of Aristotle, and in his book Poetry, Poetics, he wrote about the difference between the poet and historian. And actually, this is, of course, can be discussed a lot, but I like at some point that I would like to share. It says, the poet and the historian differ not by writing in verse or in prose. And the true difference is that one relates what has happened, it's about historian, and the other what may happen, it's about the poet. So actually we are speaking about the reality from the point of history that also connects documentary cinema, the word documentary, and from other point we have poetry or poetic cinema, which means just clean imagination, what could happen. So how we combine this in the film of Purification. All the material is pure documentary, so there is no staging, which means we cannot say that this is a fiction film. This is not a fiction film. But at the same time, during the editing of the film, I broke the initial meaning of the shots, of the takes. That means that it's not a documentary as well. So what it is, this is something in between poetic documentary. And let's start discussing different topics based on this film. First, I would like to speak about the possibilities of showing pure nature and at the same time having a drama contradiction. Because if we see nature documentaries, in most of cases we have situations when they are showing really beautiful pictures, really interesting stories, but there is no conflict. And we know that from ancient ages to ancient times, the basis of the storyline is the drama, conflict, etc. So when we are showing, and of course, it's also basis of any kind of art, including cinema. And when we are making a film without a point of conflict, contradiction, this can go into the side of more TV program, TV report, sometimes TV film. But when I'm speaking about fiction or documentary cinema or film art, for me, this is a classical form of art, even in its modern expressions. So when we are speaking about drama, it's important while doing shootings in the nature, it's important to be attentive and to find not only beautiful images and pictures, but also meaningful, that can speak for themselves without maybe any text or any alternative involvement of the author. One of the examples is the scene from Latvia I made. I will share it now. Here you have it. Okay, so as you can see, usually the water is associated for us with a source of life and with some easy stuff on the conscious way level. And at this point, we see also trees which are fallen. And we are kind of symbolizing the opposite of life, death. I'm showing you now the raw footage that I took. It was in Latvia. We were just walking there. I noticed it. I took this take, and later it was very, very important for the film. Because at some point of the film, I'm showing how the rapacity or greed of men, of humans, is bringing to the death of nature, also to the death of humanity. And this was very symbolic for that. The next about the same topic is the, let me check what we have. Okay, when we're speaking about pure documentary, pure documentary approach, even this film is not pure documentary, as I said, but during the shootings, my approach was pure documentary, which means not to have any kind of staging. So from this point of view, it's important also to trust a lot to your camera. For example, in this case, I just switched my camera for several minutes. I didn't move it, and then I got an excellent shot. So sometimes while interacting with nature, with the help of camera, it's important just to trust the camera and whatever is other side of the camera. Even if you want to be a director, you don't always need to jump in the story. And of course, during the editing, you are free to do any kind of changes. Okay, the next what I would like to speak about is what we call juxtapoint. And from the point of view showing nature and something contradictory to the nature. Is there anyone here who doesn't know what the word means, just juxtapoint? This is also a very common term used in filmmaking or photography, which means to combine in the same shot contradictory objects or things that have contradictory meanings. For example, here you can see a crane working and the trees. But what was interesting here, that the movement of the crane, if it would be without nature, it could be not that impressive as it's going to be now. So when the crane is going to move not around itself, but horizontally it goes on. Let's see. Okay, here it starts, and in my opinion, it wouldn't be so interesting if we wouldn't have the trees on the foreground. So sometimes nature is helping us to show or to stress the meaning that we want to show. So I have another examples of juxtapoint. For example, my next video, here you can see it. So you can see, and by the way, I used this shot to show the power of nature. As you can see, it's powerful, it's free, at least the feeling when we see the sky, clouds, ground, etc., free soil, and the cars, broken cars, which are symbolizing the civilization. So at some point in the film, this shot is perfect to speak about the winning point of the nature against civilization. Okay, the next topic we can speak while speaking about the nature phenomena is the absence of nature. Sometimes to show in the film the absence of nature, we need somehow to show a nature. So in my case, it was a painting of nature, and also the dog. Here you can see it. So as you can see, we have here in the composition the dog, which is just sitting, and it looks quite tired of everything. We have interesting painting of the tree, which is with the dog is behind the glass. So there is a feeling also, not only that the nature is left only on the canvas, but also the nature is behind the glass, it's closed. We go on. The other thing that I find important to think about if you are going to make shootings in the nature is our behavior as an author, as a cameraman, director, whatever, is our behavior during the odd situations in the nature. While I was in Luxembourg for completely another work, we got a guest, let's say, like this bird, to our conference hall. It was flying, trying to come out, and though we opened all the window and doors, but it bumped with the glass and fall down. And it was shocked or something happened, I don't know. But we decided to put it out on the grass and wait until it will get well, because we didn't know what to do, how to act. But actually, obviously, we saw that it's still alive. So when we put it on the grass, I decided to take a video of the bird. And as you can see, I have it here. This is again raw footage without stabilization and color correction. But later, this shot was used to symbolize that the nature is surprised, is shocked because of the actions of humans. So in some continuation of editing sequence, this worked very well. Though it was a situation when we were all in a panic, we also were shocked because we wanted to help the bird somehow, but we didn't know. And it was really strange from my side to think about filming at that point. So sometimes it's important to be ready for shooting in the situations that can never seem to be worthy to be filmed. Okay, the next thing that I would like to speak is the double exposure while showing these or other phenomena of the nature. In this case, I used the snow. Actually, this double exposure effect is very dangerous if it's not used in well justified way. So, for example, as you can see here, I have a shot of traffic jam, just a regular traffic jam. In addition, here I have the snow and some people with black coats, well, junior pastors, I guess, are cleaning the snow. And both of them are very routine, everyday life scenes. cleaning the snow, and traffic jam. But when I mix them together, we get a new meaning. Let's see how interesting was the result. So again, this is also another simple shot, but with double exposure, it started to symbolize something else. So we see the posters, which so here we see while cleaning the snow, we see another meaning. And that's why this is not called documentary, because as you see, 3 shots that were pure documentary, during the editing, they lost their documentary nature, character. So here they are symbolizing like these people are trying to clean the let's say outcomes of the civilization, which is shown as the traffic jam. By the way, while speaking about the topic, the film is not trying to show how bad the civilization and humans are, but it's about these all inventions and developments are really amazing. These are good unless the rapacity or greed are dominating man. As far as men, humans are under this greed, full of greed, all this development will work against us. So this is the meaning of the film. We go on, and the next I want to speak about showing our attitude towards different situations through changing the sound. I will switch on the sound. Too much. Okay, good. So here I used an emergency car sound. Okay, so here we have a long shot, and it could be strange to put the shot just simply the clean shot without natural sound, though it could be very cinematic and nice. But when we are speaking about also trying to keep the interest of the audience, trying to catch the eyes and the attention of the audience, it's important always to think about also the emotional experience of the audience, involvement of the audience. So I thought that changing the sound of this natural scene can work in a better way for the film. Okay, so there is always important while doing shootings in the nature to try finding characters. For example, here I have it. Okay. Okay. For example, I shot a llama in a farm, just a simple farm, simple llama. But I decided to make high exposure. So the background was almost white and it was isolated from the llama was isolated from the background. And it became really interesting character for me. So when I was shooting it, I didn't know how I'm going to use it, but I definitely knew that this will be one of the most important core scenes of my film. So this is how I used it. Sorry. Okay, yeah, here as you can see, llama is looking to the left and maybe even a bit low angle to downhill. And before and after we have exposure, and because after the scene we have the exposure smoke from the left side, there is an impression that the llama is looking to what happening before this shot, before the shot of llama, and while looking to us, it says, "Are you crazy, guys?" So this is the feeling I want the audience sitting at the cinema theater to have. I will switch on again, and I would like to get your reactions. How was your reaction, especially if you remember the initial one? Okay, are there people who would like to express some opinion?
You can type questions in the chat, or you can talk live if you want.
Okay, sorry. The llama reminds me of you, Seg. Okay, thank you very much.
I can express if it's okay.
Okay, please, Greta.
I mean, that shot of llama is really funny and very powerful, because it would have been my reaction to somebody throwing water at me while I'm in the bus. And also for the people who don't know what kind of holiday it is, it may be surprising and they may have that look. But for me, the explosion was a little bit destructive. I didn't get the context of explosion, how it is related. It's just water looks like explosion, that's why you put it in there. Or there's something also about explosion that the llama would be surprised about.
Because because I wouldn't like to spoil all my film before the premiere, because it's not published yet. I wouldn't like to tell all the story. Just I told the meaning and I'm showing some parts. But I think this question is better to have patience and to wait several more months and to find out yourself. And later, please let me know if you found out finally what's the meaning of this exposure or not.
Okay.
Thank
Very
you
well.
for your opinion. Ed wrote via chat, how much do you plan ahead of time and how do you do that? And how much of the scenes are serendipitous? Just you think are interesting at time you shoot them? Okay, about the timing, Swastik Pandi, I saw your question, I will come back to you. But before that, thank you very much for the question, Ed. About the timing, it's very important to understand when and how you are shooting. Sometimes my preparation of one single shot or one single scene is several years, and sometimes it's just several seconds. So for example, once I was in Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain, and there I saw not Barcelona, in Vilanova i la Geltrú, another city. And there I saw a festival of dragons, and there was a dragon march, etc. And I liked it as well. I filmed it, but the quality was not good. It was 2012, I think. And after that, I was sure that one day I'm going to go back to Vilanova i la Geltrú for the festival day and to film the sequence with better quality. And in 2017, I think, I managed to go there and shoot whatever I want exactly. So the preparation of this sequence took place 5 years. But for example, I have here the footsteps. Let me find it. Okay, I found. Okay, so here this shot is taken in Portugal, in Porto near the ocean. And I was just wandering around and taking some beautiful shots of the ocean, of the sky, etc. And at some point, I saw that two girls are coming from the left, and the footsteps that I saw after them was nice. And I recognized that I have footsteps in front of me as well. I don't remember how they arrived, but I didn't do it for sure. So I decided to situate the camera to this position and wait while this girl will come, walk, and pass through the shot. And here what I got. So again, this is raw footage, what you are seeing now. So no, this is not raw footage. This was a part, edited part. So this is exactly what I call one of the most important values of documentary filming. To be able to catch the moment, which is impossible to stage in a beautiful way, because I'm sure that if I would stage the same situation, it would be different. And this is something that I'm satisfied with, also knowing that I didn't stage it. Did I get the question right, Ed? Was it what you were asking?
Yes, that's what I was asking. I really liked how the waves came in and wiped out the back of those footprints right at the beginning. That was a good place to cut your scene. There's a good editing job there.
Thank you very much. By the way, about the timing, I will try to find out also another example here. So I will share with you the screen. I'll share with you the screen. Here you will see two people. The first one is the girl hugging the tree. And the second one is a man in front of forest area. And you could see these shots, I think, also in the trailer. So I would like to speak these two shots. The one that you are seeing now, the man is sitting in a forest area. I have filmed it in Bulgaria, Sofia. I went to their botanical garden to record some bird sounds. A friend of mine sat somewhere and said, okay, I'm not going to come with you so deep. I will have a rest here. I said, okay, I will walk around and come back. So I was walking when accidentally I saw a man sitting in the forest with a tie, with this shirt, official clothes. And I got burned. I wanted, of course, to film him, but it was after the GDPR in Europe, General Data Regulation Protection, which after 2018 doesn't allow to publish any face or anyone who didn't let you to do it. So if I would shoot this man and publish without permission, I could get a lot of troubles, let's say. So while this time I was thinking, one of the options was to approach this man, to ask if he lets me to film him, and then start filming. But it wouldn't be my style, because I think in that case he would start acting, even unconsciously, even if he wouldn't like to act, but it wouldn't be that natural as now. So I decided to go with the second way. I decided to film this man without letting him know, and ask him after the shooting. If he wouldn't let me to keep the scene, then I could erase it easily, of course. So I did it in that way. I filmed him for a long time in this position. Then I approached, I asked his permission. He said, what is the film about, etc. And at the end he said, okay, you're free to do it. Let me know when it's published, etc. So again, the timing sometimes, if you are dedicated to your filming process with all your energy, then usually the right timing is choosing you. So what you need to do is only trying to capture it on the just to manage to capture it the right time.
The girls walking down the beach, you didn't have to get permission from them because they weren't identifiable in the photo.
Exactly. And also this regulation, I mean, these regulations, of course, are working after 2018, and this shot was taken before. But of course, from ethical part, if there would be a face, and I have faces that are shot before 2018, and I'm going to make an international, let's say, call to share their photos to find these people with the help of population of Europe. Hopefully they will find these people, ask their permission, and after that to finalize the film. And actually it will help also to invite these people to the premiere. But yeah, that's it. Okay, and another important thing that I would like, just a second, we had a question from Swastik Pandy. How do design your scenes and its placement in the documentary? Swastik Pandy, would you like to pronounce your question, or it's better me to read it? Okay, I'll try to read. How to design your scenes and its placement in the documentary, being thematic and creating new scenes simultaneously is a time-taking and a lengthy process, isn't it? Yes, that's why the shootings of the film have started in 2010, 11-ish, somewhere there. Though I didn't have the final script, and during this time I changed several times. I guess the final script I got 2014 or 15. But yes, this was a time-taking process, and the editing as well, because the last scene where I have this is the first part where I have edited in 2016, and it has not been changed since 2016. I mean, globally, it was not changed. There are some minor changes. Since 2016, I've started editing, and it is really time-taking. But it's my approach for this film, because during this time I made several other films for commercial purposes, for TVs, for, I don't know, some private, or for myself. But for this film, I felt that I have no time and space and money limitations. So actually, there were only few cases when I really wanted some specific feel, some specific shot. For example, I said about this Barcelona stuff. So I said, okay, I will wait until I get it. Which means I had unlimited time, and I said I will get there whenever I have money, which means theoretically I had unlimited money, because I could spend, I don't know, all my life till I get the money. The timing, no, sorry. Yeah, but the long process is something was joyful for me, because I felt free in this film. It's just an approach, which means if you are filming nature, you don't have to take it long. It's just an approach, because it could take shorter. And we will, by the way, after my talk, I hope we will have some short, something like a workshop part, practical part. Ed asked, there are different, sorry, swastik, Pandi, are you satisfied with the answer? Okay, I hope yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
I also wanted to know the way you wrote your script, like from the initial idea to the process of conclusion of your script. How does that process?
Okay, you are speaking about the design. Okay, I see. Actually, it took quite a long time to finalize the script. But as I said already in 2016, I had my final idea. But since 2011 to 2016, I got around, I guess, 5, 6, 7 different films in my head. I mean, let's say 2011 till 2014, because I was thinking about to make a film about the fight between the water and fire. When I was thinking to make a film about the stones and water, so initially all my ideas were around the nature still. But at some point, what I got, I can show you my try to find my previous script. Okay, later maybe during your workshop I will find it, not to lose time on it. But at some point I'm trying, I mean, all the duration while the filming, I try to have script, even it's being changed after each shooting day, but still it helps me for upcoming shootings to be concentrated and to be ready for the situations that are coming to me. So because I am thinking all the time about the script, I am also consciously I am active, and my perception is active to get different situations. So for example, like these foods are working because I had the idea, I had script, which was changed later. But at that point I have a script, and it helped me to understand that if I take this shot now, it will help me. I will use it at this part of my film. So the script, especially for nature documentaries or nature films, I guess my personal opinion should be should be changeable, elastic, let's say. Okay. Ed asks, there are different regulations in different countries. In the US, you can shoot images of people in public places without their permission, because in public places, they do not have a reasonable expectation of privacy. But if they are identifiable as an individual, it is still the proper procedure to obtain their permission. Okay. As far as I got from different practices of different countries, this is not the privacy of a person is not only about their private area anymore, but also in public places, because they say there were cases when, for example, accidentally the wife saw a photo from other country, let's say, or from other state, other region, other city, or from their city. the husband and the lover of the husband on the street. So we are just walking, or the photographer or the videographer doesn't show anything bad, and he cannot imagine what's there. But this makes conflict in the family. So from this point of view, this is considered the taking images of people in public places are also gradually going to be considered private. In Armenia also, there is no such kind of law to ban, but there is a law of private life protection. But actually, in reality, I cannot say that it's really a problem for now to film faces and publish. But as far as I see globally, the tendencies are going to decide that the works of documentary films are going to be heavy if you want to keep this pure documentary filming approach. One of the options is to ask people, but when, for example, you are shooting a festival and there are hundreds of people, it will technically be impossible to ask individually, and it will be difficult to ask every time from the organizers to let everyone know, etc. Okay, the last thing that I would like to speak from my side is about the equipment of the filming. And I want to show, I want to show a raw footage from my film that shows the zooming possibilities of my camera. It's not color corrected. So these are bezo argots. And now you can see how far the camera is. Here. So if you plan to do some shootings in the nature, it's important to have suitable equipment. DSLR cameras or big cameras, of course, are suitable. I mean, not suitable, but are good for the quality of the image and also for zooming. Because big professional cameras and expensive cameras have better zoom and clear quality of image. But for me, it's also important to have easy carrying equipment and also equipment that is easily stabilizing. So these DSLR cameras or these big, huge cameras are not suitable for me because I cannot freely move, run, walk, rotate, etc. with them. So what I showed, as you could see, there is really almost no shakes from this distance because the camera had an optical stabilizer. And the zoom is not bad as well, as you can see, especially color correction helped a lot. But of course, any kind of zoom, any kind of effect you are using, again, should be well justified in the film. from the point of view, the storyline, not just to have an effect. Are there questions at this point? Yes, I guess there is. How do... no, there are not, sorry. Okay, I would suggest to have a short workshop. What do you think, people? Just like several minutes.
Sure, sounds good.
Sure.
Okay, nice. So now I will ask you to think about, imagine you have unlimited money and time to create a film that consists of only 5 shots. And the shots or the takes should express the following phenomena and techniques that we spoke about. So about pure documentary shooting style, should contain pure nature scenes, should contain a juxtaposition, should contain metaphors. As for example, you remember my shots with this snow cleaning stuff. It was, for example, metaphor, because metaphorically these people were cleaning this traffic jam symbolizing civilization, etc. So your script, 5 shot script, supposed to have metaphors or synecdoches or analogy. There should be, in your film, there should be one natural character except human, so it can be animal, plant, river, etc. And there should be a change of sound in your film. It can be for one shot or for all the shots, but there should be change of sound. Usually, Mauricio wrote something. I will answer now. Sorry, Mauricio. Usually, during such kind of workshops, people, workshop leaders are trying to limit people as much as they can. So not to use sound, not to use music, not to use effects. But in this case, I decided to ask you to do the opposite. And let's see what we'll have. But before going to it, Mauricio asks, sometimes the camera, it's not only a medium, it depends on what kind of model camera would determine any narrative. Yeah, sure, of course. That's why I said for my style of shooting, this kind of camera is the best. But of course, if you know that you are going to sit in a nature and observe, I don't know, red book animals for 3 days without moving, of course, in that case, a stable camera with good zooming to zoom like several kilometers could be more proper. Yep. Okay. So what do you think? Is it possible to do the task in like 7 to 10 minutes and then we come back?
Yeah.
Okay. Mauricio, Greta, Swastik, Handy.
Yes. So
Okay, good. So in that case, I would like to ask you, let's meet in 17 past, okay, which time I should say? because we are from different places. I see Armenia, US, and some other countries. Okay, let's say 17 past. So in 10 minutes, in 10 minutes, we'll be waiting you back. So please come back with a script with of containing only 5 shots. So it should have storyline, it should have beginning, middle part, and ending with the stuff we spoke about during this time. And if you have any question during this time, feel free to write on the chat or just switch on your microphone. Mauricio Kent, funded by buildings on COVID. Okay, sorry to hear it. Get well soon, Mauricio. For others, but if you are interested to hear some interesting stories, you can still stay. Maybe some creativity can help you to cure soon. I will switch to music. How is it going? Is there anyone who is ready? Not yet, I guess. It was this footage was shot by you, Mauricio is here. Nice. Ed, what was this footage filmed by you? Okay, it is not here, I guess. Mauricio shared a nice video. Mauricio, is it okay if I play it before people will be ready? Okay, good.
Yes, I shot those videos to get back to you. Yes.
It was nice. Thank you. I will switch some Mauricio footage before we get back. Thanks, Mauricio, for sharing this nice footage. Greta and Swastik Pendi, Ed, can I ask you to come back? If you have anything ready, please either switch off your microphone to introduce, or you can type it via chat, or just if you are not sure you want to share anything, it's okay as well. Just please let us know somehow. But it will be nice to see if you got some creative process during this time. It would be nice to see it. Suvashis also is back. Subhasius, did you hear the task before? Subhasius,
Yes, yes.
did you hear the task before leaving us?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, nice. Do you have anything that you would like to present?
Yeah, I'm writing. I already wrote 2 shots.
Sorry?
I'm writing.
Mhm.
I'm developing the shots. I completed 2 shots.
Okay, nice. Would you like to share?
Only 2. I think I'll complete more 3.
You would keep it what?
I just completed 2 shots.
Uh-huh.
So I'm working with third one.
Uh-huh.
So it will take me a while.
Okay, I see.
Okay. But I want to share a small 1-minute video which I shot maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
You would like to share a video?
Yeah, video.
How long is it?
It's only 59 seconds, 1 minute, almost 1 minute.
Okay, yeah, we can share, we can watch it. But before that, Greta told,
Yeah.
maybe after others share. Yeah, Greta said maybe she needs some more time to think about. It's okay. And Swastik Pendi, anything? Okay, Swastik Pendi and Suvasius, you are together, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
video, okay, I see. Okay, so let's watch the video. Is it connected with nature?
Yeah, somehow, yeah.
Okay, nice. So let's start from the beginning.
From mobile, it was shot from the phone.
Mhm. What's written?
It's date. Like I'm from Nepal, so it's opposite of date.
Was it the title at the end?
Yeah.
What's written?
That means the time and date.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
I want to ask a question, like, how do you identify internal rhythm, visual internal rhythm, and like, how do you identify the essence of time?
A sense of time.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
and poetry, like the poetry around you, like how are you sure like you are going to capture these moments? Like every moment is slipping away, so like you have to decide instantly, like you have to take decisions so fast that.
Okay, did I get the question right? That if we are watching our surrounding area from the point of view poetry, then everything we can take, we can film everything. And how do I choose which one to film? Was it the question?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, before going to it, Mauricio wrote that about your footage. So pretty, awesome shots. Why this color blue? I like it. It's dark, oppressive. The opinion of Mauricio. Thank you. About timing and choosing the moment. Usually I have my camera almost all the time, but sometimes I can take my camera around like, I don't know, 6 or 7 months every day when I cannot find anything to film. So the camera is with me, but I do not find anything really interesting. But sometimes at one place I can find a lot of stuff. And what's the most important point for me to understand if I need it as a shot or not is how often is it possible to see such kind of scene?
Yeah.
If it's a flower on the table, then of course this can be shot really nice, really beautiful, especially if we are using poetic approach. But is it easy to get? If the answer is yes, usually I don't get it, because filming also is kind of a game for me. I like to play, and also I like to get shots which are not that easy to reach. So probably this is the point when I understand I want this part to be in my film.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too. And thank you for showing nice footage.
Yeah, like earlier you showed that like
Sorry?
the footstep, the scene which you showed, that footstep in the ocean.
Sorry, I'm not sure I get your words. Can you please type in a chat?
Okay,
Question.
okay, sure.
Thank you. Greta, did you get any inspiration from this video?
I also think they are very nice shots. I also like that color of blue. Yeah, I mean, I also film, but actually my camera is still my phone, which is not very bad, but yeah, I do not have time to edit it properly.
No, I didn't ask you to edit a film, just written 5 sentences, like 5 shots, to describe 5 shots with you.
Just
like
to write down how I imagine them?
Yes, like a script.
Okay, I will write something.
Okay, good.
No.
Do we have anything else, guys, that you would like to speak about?
Not really.
Okay, in that case, Greta, I would like to ask you, maybe you can share under the YouTube video. Later, people will watch the video, and at the end, we will see why this is written as a comment. Your script. If you feel so, please go for it. And to finalize our meeting, I would like to ask some feedback from you, and that can be just one word. Please use only one word if you want to. If you don't want to, you can skip it. Just summarize our meeting in one word and we are done. Whatever comes to your mind the first. If nothing comes to your mind, just write something, no or something, nothing, or let me know.
Hello.
Yes, stick.
Yeah, so I'm quite new to the process, but I tried the work that you.
In one word, please.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, yes. Can you summarize our meeting in only one word?
Insightful.
Thank you very much. Anyone
Yeah.
else?
Yeah. Also, I'd like to share the 5 shots that you.
Which shots?
5 shots for the workshop that you meant.
Go ahead, share the 5 shots for our workshop process.
Yeah.
Light shots.
5 shots.
5 shots. Okay,
Yes.
you want to share?
Yes.
That's nice. I thought you are presenting video as a task. That's cool. Please.
Yeah, I don't know how it has been, but it goes like this.
Mm-hmm.
An old man on a busy road polishing shoes of a small child who is in his school attire. The first scene. And the second one, a ride of a slow turtle, and besides a high-speed train passes by in the grassland. There's a turtle, and besides a train passes by. In the third, a plastic plate getting shattered by the rain, and it is juxtaposed with the chant of Buddhist monks in the hymns, the chants. And the other shot is stray dogs at midnight on the silent market road, the road which is always busy, the stray dogs. And the ending shot is the sun rising above the mountains and a start of a new day again. That's it.
Did you have juxtaposition?
Yes, in the plastic plate, I had juxtaposition in a scene.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Yeah.
Suvasius, was it a joint work or you have another script to share?
I have another script to share. I'll just text you.
Please, you can share it.
I'll just share within a minute.
Okay, nice. Yeah, please.
Okay, I'll text you in a minute. 1 minute.
Greta,
Okay.
if you manage to write the text, maybe you can try to finish in a minute and we can hear you as well. So, Subhasias, I'm waiting for your text via chat, right?
Okay. I'll just send you within a minute. 1 minute. I'm about to complete it.
Greta, do you think you will manage to write your story now?
I wrote 5 lines in the chat. If you're...
You did?
Yes.
Where it is?
To everyone. This must be to the wrong people. That's why it didn't show up. Haha. Never mind.
Are you sending again?
Yes.
Please.
It's sort of a following the story of ice in a river. The ice breaks up and starts flowing down the river. There's in the snow and cold scene. Second scene is floating down there and it's crashing into this bridge and smashing up. And then sort of over top of this will be a scene of buildings being knocked down. And then it gets past that and the ice just sort of gets smaller and smaller as it goes downstream for a third shot. Then the final shot would be just water with the ice completely gone. It's like been transformed from ice and this powerful thing that's destroying everything in its path to nothing at the end. Just the
Yeah, very dramatic story. So, what was your character? I would like to hear it from.
The ice itself was the character, I think.
Okay, yeah. And there is a contrast or contradictory point or conflict. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know exactly. I dashed it off in 10 minutes, so it needs polishing.
I see. I think there is, because melting, I mean, the nature of the ice is contradictory with the water. So if there is ice, it means there should be cold atmosphere. If there is water, it means it's hot. So we cannot survive together, the ice and the water. So from this point of view, there is yes contradictory point in your film script. Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome.
Subhasias.
Yeah. Wait, I'm just about to send.
Greta, are you here? I guess Greta is writing.
Okay, so it's like I'll just send you the text.
Do you think it will? I write later, I promise. Okay, so Greta's text will wait under the video. And Subhasias, do you think you will manage to do it now, or maybe we can wait for your text as well under the video on YouTube?
No, like I just sent you in chat.
Okay, I see. So the first shot is a snail is walking on the green grass covered with dewdrops. Accelerating sound of rocket launch is heard. Nice. Cows grazing on the grassland. Heavy rainfall and thunderstorm, branches of trees swinging with flow of wind. A black dog is running in street, sound of door opening is heard. And the last shot, a huge tree falls down to ground making heavy sound. Juxtaposition, a close-up shot of setting sun is seen. Aha. I have a question, Subhasias.
Yeah.
The last scene, a huge tree falls down to ground, making heavy sound.
Yeah.
And a close-up shot of setting sun is seen. So these two things are in the same shot, right?
Yeah, just double exposure and just transition between.
Okay, both of them are symbolizing some ending, right? Falling ending. So in that case, I guess I'm not sure this can be called juxtaposition, because these two things are not contradictory to each other. These are complementary to each other, because both of them are symbolizing some falling stuff, ending stuff.
Yeah.
But actually, what you wrote is very picturesque, and thank you very much. The sound part also was interesting. Thank you. For the juxtaposition, I can share with you also one more example, and we finish.
Okay.
Here. Okay, sharing. So you can see a portrait of a man.
Yeah.
And it's on the mountain, the rocks. So this can be considered just juxtaposition because usually the paintings are not taking place in such kind of huge places, especially on ground, on the soil, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Seg. Thank you.
I enjoyed all your stories. And if we do not, James, welcome.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry for coming late. I just saw it this minute, actually.
It's okay. The recording, I guess, we'll have on YouTube, right, Ed? So you can.
Oh, great.
You can find it on YouTube, the recording. For others, I would like to ask to finalize our meeting in one word, and we finish. Because we are running out of time. No words? Okay, maybe later if you think Greta wrote familiar. Okay, you already knew about the film. For others, if you write something, if something gets to your mind, feel free to write under the video, or by the way, if you have interesting documentaries or nature-related films, I would love to know about them. Please find me on Facebook or send me an email. I'll be glad to watch them. As a closing, I would like to say thank you very much for your time and participation. And Ed, thank you very much for organizing this festival, Natural History Filmmaking Festival. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first year to be organized this festival, but I'm sure it will take a long time because I like the idea a lot. Thank you very much, people. Have a nice evening or nice day or nice afternoon, depending where you are.
Hi.
Hey, Bipin.
I'm Swastik speaking.
Hello and bye.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah. Also, I'd like to send a link. Like, if you have time, like you could. What's the thing that we did earlier?
You can. Yeah, I got it. You can also post it under our YouTube video. But I will.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye, everyone. I'm talking to people on the Zoom, so okay. All right. I just think it'd be something cool to.
Ed, you are muted. Ed, did you want to say something?
I just wanted to say goodbye to everyone and hang. You want to come back in 15 minutes? We'll have the winners from the film festival.
Yeah.
And I chose ones that weren't the standard documentary voiceover, big swooping zoom, big swooping drone shots, you know, something that I thought had a little bit different in them. So
Sure.
thanks.
Can we come back with the same link, or there is another Zoom link?
It'll be on the YouTube channel.
Okay, so
It's Natural History Filmmaking. It's on the main channel there.
if you want guys to follow the closing ceremony of the festival, please find the channel Natural History Filmmaking and follow the process.
All right. Well, thanks anyway. I'm trying to get someone to help because I'd like to see this whole process move forward, and